Yes, welcome back. Let's read more aircrafts. I was out shopping chips. Now it's 4 p.m. I'd like to read about this. And I'm kind of finished uploading today. I'm tired and there's something with my nose. I don't know what you call it in English. I'm sneezing, my nose is scratching. It's what you call it from the plant pollen that seeds from the plant in the spring, making people's nose scratching or sneezing or eyes. They're getting red eyes. Yes, let's do it. The plants and flowers do it in the springs. They're putting dust, kind of small dust from flowers and plants. I don't know what you call dust from grass and leaves and plants. I think you call it pollen.
Boeing C-97 Stratofreighter. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. C-97 Stratofreighter. C-97 Stratofreighter 041116F9999 R002.jpg. Role Military Transport Aircraft Manufacturing First Flight 9 November 1944 Introduction 1947 Retired 1978 Primary Users United States Air Force Israeli Air Force Produced 1944-1952 Number Build 77 Total of 888 in all variants. Developed from Boeing B-29 Super Fortress, Boeing B-50 Super Fortress variants, Boeing KC-97 Stratofreighter, Boeing 377 Stratocruiser. Aerospace Lines Pregnant Guppy. Aerospace Lines Super Guppy. Aerospace Lines Mini Guppy. The Boeing C-97 Stratofreighter was a long-range heavy military cargo aircraft developed from the B-29 and B-50 bombers. Design work began in 1942. First of three prototype XC-97s flew on 9 November 1944, none saw combat, and the first of six service test YC-97s flew on the 11th of March 1947. All nine were based on the 24ST alloy structure and Wright R3350 engines of the B-29, but with a larger diameter fuselage upper lobe, making a figure-of-8 or double bubble section, and they had the B-29 vertical tail with the gunner's position blanked off. The first of three heavily revised YC-97 are incorporating the re-engineered wing, higher strength 75ST alloy, taller vertical tail and larger Pratt & Whitney R4360 engines off the B-50 bomber, flew on the 28th of January 1948 and was basis of the subsequent Seoul YC-97B, all production C-97S. KC-97S and civilian Stratocruiser aircraft. Between 1944 and 1958, 888 C-97S in several versions were built, 811 being KC-97 tankers. 1, 2, C-97 served in the Berlin Airlift, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Some aircraft served as flying command posts for the Strategic Air Command, while others were modified for use in aerospace rescue and recovery squadrons, ARS. Design and development. The C-97 Stratofreighter was developed towards the end of World War II by fitting a second lobe on top of fuselage and wings of the B-29 Super Fortress with tail, wing, and engine layout being nearly identical. 3. The XC-97 and YC-97 can be distinguished from the Boeing 377 Stratocruiser and later C-97s by the shorter fin, and later ones by flying boom and jet engines on the tanker models. The prototype XC-97 was powered by the same 2,200 HP, 1,600 kilowatts, Wright R3350 engines as used in the B-29. The XC-97 took off for its first flight on November 9, 1944, just after the death of Bing President Philip G. Johnson. YC-97 Stratofreighter with the shorter fin and smaller engines of the B-29 in 1947 on the 9th of January, 1945. The first prototype, piloted by Major Curtin L. Reinhardt, flew from Seattle to Washington, D.C. in 6 hours 4 minutes, an average speed of 383 miles per hour, 616 kilometers per hour, with 20,000 pound, 9,100 kilograms, of cargo. The 10th and all subsequent aircraft were outfitted with the 3,500 HP, 2,600 kilowatts, Pratt & Whitney Wasp major engines and taller fin and rudder of the B-50 Super Fortress. 3. The C-97 had clamshell doors under its tail, so that 2 retractable ramps could be used to drive in cargo, but was not a combat transport able to deliver to primitive forward bases. The doors could not be opened in flight, but could be removed to carry out airdrops. The C-97 had a useful payload of 35,000 pound, 16,000 kilograms, which could include 2 1/2-ton trucks, towed artillery, or light tracked vehicles such as the M56 Scorpion. The C-97 featured cabin pressurization which made long flights more comfortable. The C-97 was developed into the civilian Boeing 377 Stratocruiser, a transoceanic airliner that could be fitted with sleeper cabins and featured a lower deck lounge. The first Stratocruiser flew on July 8, 1947. Only 56 were built. 5. Operational history. The C-97 entered service in 1947, during a period of rapid development of heavy transport aircraft. Only 77 were built before the Douglas C-124 Globemaster II was delivered in 1950, with nearly twice the payload capacity of the C-97. The USAF Strategic Air Command operated C-97 Stratofreighters from 1949 to 1978. Early in its service life, it served as an airborne alternative SAC command post. While only 77 C-97 transports were built, 811 were built as KC-97 Stratofreighters for in-flight refueling. The KC-97 began to be phased out with the introduction of the Boeing KC-135 Stratotanker in 1957. Many KC-97s were later refitted as C-97G transports and equipped several squadrons of the U.S. Air National Guard. 1 YC-97 45,595 was used in the Berlin airlift during April 1949, operating for the 1st Strategic Support Squadron. It suffered a landing gear accident at Gato, and by the time it was repaired, the Soviet blockade was lifted. C-97s evacuated casualties during the Korean War. C-97s also participated in the Biafran airlift, delivering relief materials to Uli airstrip in Biafra during the Nigerian Civil War. Flying under the cover of darkness armed at treetop level to evade radar, at least 2 C-97s were lost. 6. Boeing KC-97G Stratofreighter of the Minnesota Air National Guard in 1971. After service as part of Military Airlift Command, only one C-97 is still airworthy at the present day. S/N52-2718 named Angel of Deliverance, operated by the Berlin Airlift Historical Foundation. It is painted as YC-97, a 45,595, the only C-97 to participate in the Berlin Airlift. The Israelis turned to Stratocruisers and KC-97s when they could not buy the preferred C-130.7. They adapted Boeing 377 Stratocruiser airliners into transports, including many using C-97 tail sections including the loading ramps. Others were adapted with swiveling tails and refueling pods. 7. One Israeli C-97 was downed by an Egyptian Satu guideline missile on the 17th of September, 1971, while flying as an electronic countermeasures platform some 12 miles from the Suez Canal. 8. 9. Variants. XC-97 military designation of the prototype Boeing 367. 3 build. YC-97 cargo transport. 6 build. C-97 a Stratofreighter 49 to 2607 of Minnesota Air National Guard, 1960. YC-97 a troop carrier. 3 build. YC-97 fitted with 80 airliner-style seats, later redesignated C-97B, in 1954 became C-97D, retired to mast 15 December 1969. 10. C-97 a transport. 50 build. KC-97A3 C-97s were converted into aerial refueling tankers with rear loading door removed and a flight refueling boom added. After the design was proven, they were converted back into the standard C-97 at C-97C second production version, 14 built. Those used as medical evacuation transports during the Korean War were designated MC-97C. 11. VC-97 staff transport and flying command post conversions. 3 C-97 as converted. 12. C-97E KC-97S converted to transports. KC-97 real refueling tankers with rear loading doors permanently closed. 60 build. C-97F KC-97Fs converted to transports. KC-97F 3800 HP are 4360-59B engines and minor changes. 159 build. C-97G135 KC-97GS converted to transports. EC-97 Jelland conversion of 3 KC-97GS 53106 was operated by the CIA for covert ELINT operations in the West Berlin Air Corridor. KC-97 dual-role aerial refueling tankers /cargo transportation aircraft. KC-97G models carried underwing fuel tanks. 592 build. GKC-97G5 KC-97GS were used as ground instruction airframes. JKC-97 GON aircraft was modified to test the underwing General Electric J-47 GE-23 jet engines and was later designated KC-97L. HC-97G KC-97GS converted for search and rescue operations. 22 converted. KC-97 Home KC-97F was experimentally converted into a probe and drog refueling aircraft. A YC-97J, an experimental turboprop-powered variant, in-flight YC-97J KC-97G conversion with 45,700 HP, 4,250 kilowatts. Pratt & Whitney YT-34P5 turboprops, 2 converted. Originally designated YC-137. 13. C-97K-27 KC-97GS converted to troop transports. 14. KC-97 L81 KC-97GS modified with two J47 turbojet engines. Own underwing pylons. Operators. Military operators. Israeli Air Force. Spain Spanish Air Force. United States Air Force. U.S. Air Force units. The following Air Force wing organizations flew the various C-97 models at some time during their existence. Sad Smiley 15, Air National Guard. 105th Aeromedical Transport Group. Westchester County Airport, New York, 1962, 1969, 137th Air Transport Squadron. 106th Air Transport Group Suffolk County Airport, New York 102d Air Transport Squadron. 109th Air Transport Group Schenectady Airport, New York 139th Air Transport Squadron. 111th Air Transport Group NAS Willow Grove, Pennsylvania 103d Air Transport Squadron. 116th Air Transport Group Dobbins ARB, Georgia 128th Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 118th Air Transport Group Berryfield Air National Guard Base / Nashville International Airport, Tennessee 105th Air Transport Squadron. 126th Air Refueling Wing O'Hare Airport, Illinois 108th Air Refueling Squadron. 128th Air Refueling Wing General Mitchell Airport, Wisconsin 126th Air Refueling Squadron. 133d Air Transport Wing Minneapolis St. Paul International Airport, Minnesota 109th Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 137th Air Transport Group Will Rogers World Airport, Oklahoma 185th Air Transport Squadron. 138th Air Transport Group Tulsa Air National Guard Base / Tulsa International Airport, Oklahoma 125th Air Transport Squadron. 139th Air Transport Group Rosecrans Air National Guard Base, Missouri 180th Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 146th Air Transport Wing Van Nuys Air National Guard Base / Van Nuys Airport, California 115th Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 195th Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 151st Air Transport Wing Salt Lake City Air National Guard Base / Salt Lake City International Airport, Utah 191st Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 157th Air Transport Group Grenier AFB, New Hampshire, 1960, 1964, / Peace AFB, New Hampshire, 1964, 1968, 133d Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 161st Air Transport Group Sky Harbor International Airport, Arizona, 1966, 1972, 197th Air Transport Squadron. 162d Air Transport Wing, Arizona. 164th Air Transport Group Memphis Air National Guard Base / Memphis International Airport, Tennessee 155th Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 165th Air Transport Group Savannah Air National Guard Base / Savannah International Airport, Georgia 158th Air Transport Squadron, Heavy. 166th Air Transport Group Newcastle Air National Guard Base / Greater Wilmington Airport, Delaware 142d Air Transport Squadron. Civil Operators. Boeing C-97G of the Foundation for Airborne Relief at Long Beach Airport, California, in 1970.
Oh no, again. I'm not feeling so well today. So I did not need this problem right now. but I need a new computer, but I don't have the money because I have all these debts. I have this debt $1,000. So we just have to wait. And this wind is blowing a lot outside.